Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your Angel Day reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, I would like to warn you about scammers pretending to be me, offering you a reading, contacting you, offering you a reading, asking for donations, doing any of those things. Please do not respond to them. Do not engage. They are scammers. They pretend to be me and other readers. So don't be scammed by them, please. All right, now let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. Take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So this angel number day is July 7th. This is the angel number 77. We're going to be seeing the energy that we have to be mindful of during this time. But let us just talk for just a moment about this angel number 77. It is the repeat of the number 7, which is amplified because, of course, it's twice now here. And the power of 7 is highly spiritual. It is the embodiment of inner wisdom, of intuition, of understanding, of discernment, of inner strength, of tenacity, of spirituality, of wisdom, and the awakening of our spiritual wisdom and selves. This is a time when the number 7 is a number that shows us that this is our divine life purpose. Like, this is who we are. The number 77 is telling us that we've listened to our divine purpose and now must put the practice of why we're here on this earth, of our divine purpose, into action on this day. And so this day really calls us to be more authentically who we are than almost any other day. So let's see the energy that we have to be mindful of here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the 10 of Swords. What we need to be mindful of is that as we're stepping into our power, as we're stepping into ourselves, this is the darkness before the dawn. We can get really weighed down by the darkness, not by the wisdom that we have learned, not by how far we have come, but by how hard the road has been, Gemini. And it can become overwhelming to us. The knowledge, we have a tendency to overthink. We're represented by the swords, right, in the minor arcana. And so when the swords come up, they really speak to us. And the swords are the mind. We have a tendency to overthink, overanalyze. And this is a time where we can just kind of take that to the next level. And it can almost be like a darkness bearing down on us, or an anxiety overpowering us. So just be very mindful of this. Let's look at our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And we have here the sacral chakra, which is flexibility. There is a need for flexible understanding when it comes to what we're feeling, words, interpretations. It's like, be more flexible with things. Don't be so rigid, because we're going to want things to be just a very certain way. And this is our creativity. This is our sensuality. This is the beauty that we see within the world, and how we move that beauty into our own existence, how we paint with that beauty in our lives, metaphorically or literally speaking. And here it is a sense of being flexible with our body, but also, embracing a greater sense of wisdom coming in, a greater sense of knowledge beyond what can maybe be explained logically coming forward, and being empowered by it. So this is going to be a time where we need to move our bodies, where we need to, embrace ourselves, where we need to not overthink and overanalyze everything, because again, that's going to be where we want to be on this day. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. The High Priestess, Four of Pentacles, the World, Knight of Cups, Tower. Huh. So it's really interesting. If you're born on the cusp with Taurus, or if you have Taurus within your chart, check out Taurus or Aries even, because they had the repeat of these cards. Now those readings overlapped each other a lot more. You have a much different path forward during this time, but I would highly recommend checking them out if you have a link to them, okay? Because they're linking you here through the cards, okay? And Spirit's saying that's a very close connection. Now, we have the High Priestess energy coming forward, first and foremost. And the High Priestess is the energy of seeing beyond the veil, of seeing what others try to hide away, or what we've tried to hide away from ourselves. And so this is a time where we need to listen to our instincts, where we're looking at what we want, where we're looking at who we are, where we're looking at a greater picture of things, and we're starting to see things that others don't. And we can really start to doubt ourselves because of this. Now, depending how spiritually aware we are, or how spiritually connected, depends on how intensely the number 7 hits us, or this angel number day hits us, right? This angel day. Because it's also a day, and 7 is a number that increases our psychic powers, our spiritual powers, our connection, to our instincts and to ourselves. And so this is a time where we can really see that growing within us. We see ourselves more empowered. We see ourselves more emboldened. We're seeing people for who they truly are. We're seeing ourselves for who we truly are. So there can even be this snapshot where it's like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that was me. And whether we like that or whether we don't, whether we want to change that or whether we don't, is going to be a part of this time. Now, there's been some sort of blockage, especially around our own innate abilities to look beyond the veil, to see who people truly are, to see who we truly are, that has been stopped by the negative energy of others, the vampiric energy of others. So the Four of Pentacles is my vampiric energy card. And there's something here that makes us hold on to our wealth, or think that we can only get so far before we will fail, or before things will fall apart. And so here with the Four of Pentacles, it is time to look at our prosperity and our wealth and not see it as something that is limited, but see it as something that is endless. See it as something that is empowering and beautiful and tenaciously driven, because this is a time of our tenacity and our, determination and our strength. So here we're going to become very aware of what has been holding us back creatively, intuitively, and personally. And it leads us to the world really opening to us. But it also leads us to really figuring out on this day, as we know our divine purpose just a little bit more. It doesn't mean that we know it, maybe the whole day. Maybe for some of us, it's only for a moment. But we start to see where we want to stand within the world, how we want to move forward within things, what we want to connect to, what we don't want to connect to, what's important to us, what isn't important to us. And so we're looking at this world much more in a sense of, these are my terms. This is what I want. This is what's important to me. But also, we're not looking at this world like a scared rabbit or a victim. It's like, I get to move forward in what I want, in what I need. And there's a beauty that guides me to so much more than what I had anticipated. And it's like the doors have opened. It's like I just see these big, French doors opening up. And it's like, yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. We have the Ace of Swords, which is a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, because we're represented by the swords in the minor arcana. And here, it is a gift that cuts through doubts and fears and negativity. There's a sense of knowledge coming forward. There's a sense of instincts coming forward, words coming together. And we're starting to see where we want to stand more and more. We're starting to see what's important to us more and more. And there's a sense of knowing during this time. And we can write off that knowing and say, oh, well, this is just a bunch of nonsense. But because we have the High Priestess here, because we have the Ace of Swords, we're being handed a gift of knowledge that helps us open the doors to where we want to be. The world opens to us, and we start to see things a lot more clearly. We start to really define what's important to us. But we start to say, why not? Why can't I have what I really love? Why can't I be happy? Why can't I embrace my world in a way that lets me shine? And we have to say that if our gifts lie in the High Priestess, okay, if your gifts lie in tarot reading or, some sort of fortune telling or spiritual work, why not let yourself move forward in that energy instead of hiding away from it? Instead of thinking, oh no, this can't be me. It's just we could even do it just for ourselves, pull a card every day and live by it, for that day. It's moving us to the Knight of Cups. It's moving us to a place where our heart really starts to lead us forward. And we're not ashamed of the heart anymore. We're embracing what we love. We're embracing what we want. We're embracing what we're passionate about. And that starts to change the game. And as we're moving forward, this is also water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. We're starting to see what we're deeply passionate about. And we're also starting to see how we express love, what we want from life, what we love within life, how we get to set ourselves free. Now, there has been tremendous change that has come forward, and it has kind of set us on a path that makes us feel at times that we're walking by ourselves. And the fact of the matter is that we are walking by ourselves. A lot of this journey is spent in ourselves, for ourselves, finding the way forward. We can have loved ones around us. We can always be surrounded by people, if we're lucky enough for that. But if we are more solitary, there's still luck in that. What I'm seeing here is the Tower is saying our minds have been opened in a way that has been rather traumatic, okay? This could be, like I experienced earlier this year, this could be through the form of a concussion. This can be through, this could be through something traumatic happening to us that changes the way that we look at things, changes the way that we take in our energy, that we see ourselves, that we see our way moving forward in the world. And so something has shaken our foundation. And as that foundation has been shaken, we have been looking at the way that we need to progress forward in a very different way. And so what I'm seeing here is like things have been opening up to us. We've been like questioning things, looking in new directions as we're moving towards our life purpose, right? This is what this day is all about. We're starting to see that we can walk on our own. And it's not saying that we have to be always by ourselves. But what it's saying is that there's strength in the way that you want to live your life, in the way that you want to live your dreams. That we have all had dreams and desires that have changed over time because we have changed over time. And it's not a bad thing. The Eight of Cups is the walking away from what you once thought you would love. And it's walking right into yourself, Gemini. It moves you to the Four of Wands. This is a new home. This is work. This is celebration. This is a beautiful, embrace of self and what we desire. There is a sense here that as we move forward, we walk into our dreams because it has taken a level of bravery to even decide what our dreams are and to really state and see where we want to be for ourselves. The Four of Wands is celebration, it's joy, it's happiness, it's success. But it's letting our lives shine with purpose and shine with brilliance, and it's letting us be in love with our existence. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And it's interesting, it's the Lady. It's the Empress. We have to be mindful of how much of ourselves we sacrifice for others. How much we give and give and give till there is nothing left. The Empress here is clearly pregnant. So how much of a drain is what we are creating within us, taking on us? And if we aren't pregnant, how do we step back and say, okay, this creative energy is draining me, is taking away my focus and my purpose at this point, is taking too much of me. How do I step back into who I am and what I need? It can also be beware of the mother. It can be an overpowering mother figure in your life. It moves us, oh goodness, Spirit's also saying we could be a little bit too overprotective of our own children during this time, just like a little bit too worried too. It could be, our children, it could be our nieces and nephews, it could be, our grandchildren, it could be our pet babies, whatever it is, just know that we can be a little bit too protective, even of our loved ones during this time. It moves us to our subconscious chakra energy, which is again the sacral chakra. And this is relationships. This is seeing the relationship that we want to have with those around us, the relationships that we want to forge in the future, with lovers, with friends, with family members. This is the relationship we want to have and do have with ourselves. We're looking at love. We're looking at connection. We're looking at our relationships. And we're seeing how they work, like how we fit together. Subconsciously, we're really reevaluating our relationships and what we want from them. We're also looking at what we want from life, what we want from our lovers, what we want from our friends, what we want from our existence, our family members. So here, just being very aware that our relationships are very important to us, but we're also starting to change our view on them. And we're moving more from a place of the heart, not from the place of what if. You know, when you imagine relationships, a lot of times we imagine these relationships, but then we also imagine, you know, them being chaotic, or what would happen if they cheated on me, or what would happen if this, and what would happen if that. Why not just focus from a place of love and compassion and beauty? What if I got to be blissfully happy? What if I got to feel safe? What if I got to walk forward in the love that I want, not the love that I thought I was supposed to want? Our subconscious tarot energy is the King of Pentacles. Now this is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is being very practical. We're planting seeds. We're also seeing how what we desire and what we need and what we're growing interconnects. How we're moving forward to where we want to be within our lives. How we're looking at the bigger picture of what we are developing in our existence. This is a time with the King of Pentacles that we see our worth, we see our passion, we see our focus, and we see how we're planting our future. Because there is something here, Gemini, that as we embrace this day, we're starting to set the stage for what we want, not only for the rest of this year, but even for the years to come. It's like, no, there's a revelation that's moving us in a direction that is quite astounding. All right, Gemini, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this angel day and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini, and may you have a blessed angel day.